Afternoon, everybody. I gave everyone a minute to get in here. I'll see if I'll be able to clip that in the replay for people. But my name's Coach Ronald Hunt. My program's called Success Syndrome. And we help people who have imposter syndrome get over themselves. And it's really not a long process and it's not a hard process. We have outlines and we have accountability. And that's pretty much the basic part of it. Everyone knows what they need to do to change. People just really don't do it. So that's where having a coach comes in handy. I've got a coach. All great coaches have coaches. There's no Olympic athlete who's ever succeeded without a coach. It was said that Michael Jordan, who was one of the best basketball players of all time, he got cut from his high school team. And he needed some coaching. And he got some coaching in college. He had one of the best college coaches, Dean Smith. And then he got to the NBA and he had one of the best pro coaches, Phil Jackson. And that is why Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan. So I'm all about preventing burnout. I have many friends in the burnout field, and they're all about curing burnout. But I think one of the root causes of burnout is imposter syndrome. And it's been my life mission to eradicate as much of it as I've been able to come across. One of the highest ranking items in any quiz that I ever give people on imposter syndrome is perfection. Either their mom, their dad, their teacher, their coach, at an early age, told them they had to be perfect, that there was no very good and done. I'm a fan of very good and done, because very good and done, you can go back and you can tweak it and you can make it better. And in a lot of cases, if you're an entrepreneur, and I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of high-level managers, your audience, your customers, your clients, your employees are going to give you some course correction in how you teach things. And that is taking things from very good to better. And we approach perfection as a limit. We do not get there in all cases. And you just do the best you can, but getting the job done is really an important part of this process. So I'm going to put this out there. Stop trying to be perfect. It's not the right goal. That's not what you hear from social media. If you've got friends who are influencers on Instagram, they always look awesome, don't they? They always hold the product just right. Life doesn't work that way. I get as much of a kick out of showing my bloopers to my clients and my potential customers as some of my teaching, because I've got a sense of humor about it, and I know I can always do better. So all the things that people are telling you to do, let's attack them one by one with our own personal beliefs and get a little bit better on our road to getting much better. So don't buy another self-help book before you finish this video. Is that a good deal? After you're done, you can buy one of my ebooks. How's that? They're up on Amazon. So here we go. It's not the right thing to be perfect. I've said it. Now, let's try it as an affirmation. Let's have you say it. It's not the right thing to be perfect. How's that feel? I bet that feels pretty good, because none of us is perfect, are we? And we can only get better. And I heard this described last week as a mirage. If you think you see water across the desert and you're thirsty, you will walk towards it, but it may not come any closer because it's a mirage. You're chasing that. It's a challenge. So, and then of course, we always feel bad if when we set our goals too high. So what we can do is we can chunk down those goals into steps. And whenever I have someone replace a habit in their life, I have them do it as a series of 7 to 10 steps. And for example, New Year's resolutions. If anyone's seen my video on New Year's resolutions, you're going to love it. If you haven't, go open my YouTube and check it out. New Year's resolutions don't work because we say, I want to go to the gym every day. And that's an impossible goal. And I would say that less than 1% of the people who say that goal will be doing that the requisite 30 days later to form the habit. Here's what you can do. You can chunk it down. I'm going to put sneakers by the garage door or the front door. I'm going to keep gym clothes in the car. I'm going to put time in my calendar to go to the gym. I'm going to make it a thing. And then I'm going to take a walk around the block. Why a walk around the block? Because it takes 5 minutes. And anyone can do 5 minutes. And if you walk around the block for 5 minutes, you just might keep going a little longer. And then tomorrow you can go a little longer. And then you can get to the gym towards the end of the week with your new gym clothes, with your headsets that you already have in your gym bag so that you don't have an excuse, with some downloaded ebooks or some treat for yourself, a podcast maybe, that you can listen to at the gym and reward yourself. Try to save yourself a reward to listen to at the gym. And that will combine those two habits for you and make it a little bit stronger. So stop trying to be perfect. It's not going to make you happy. Be kind to yourself. And take a second. If you're constantly striving for perfection and criticizing yourself for not meeting those standards, you're setting yourself up for failure. Let's take a look around. Left, right, up, down. We got to stretch in. Oh, we're on the way to the gym. That could be one of your things, is to get a stretch in the morning, to take a minute to get a stretch in. Despite what you see on TV, no one is ever perfect. They might be perfect at one thing or another, but they can't do everything, and they certainly can't do what you do best. We've never had people who are perfect. People just do their best. Doing your best in buckets, one of the cores of my teaching. So we need to grab a hold of this. How do we do this? It's part of our human condition. We can use that as an affirmation. I'm not perfect, and it's okay. My quirks make me interesting, brave, and admirable. 100%. And your quirks also distinguish you if there are other people who do similar things to you. So have a quirk. For example, I'm wearing a brooch today. It's a dragonfly. It's my symbol. The butterfly is another one of my symbols. You see it up in my little background here. Those are happy symbols, but people will remember that even if they don't remember my name. And if they see one of my YouTube videos pop up, they'll recognize the symbol and maybe click on the video. What's to admire in someone who gets a perfect score? Well, they're really bright, but they might not be street smart. They might not be socially adept at dealing with change or situations. I run with a lot of engineers, and they are brilliant people, but they do not handle change well. And 21st century skill, we need to be able to adapt. And let's compare that to someone who's worked hard and made mistakes, but got there in the end, who finished, who said very good and done, and then went back and worked on version 2.0, version 3.0. So it's your choice. And I love giving people choices when I coach them. Would you like to do A, B, or C? And A and B are usually great and good options. And C is do nothing. And you get what you've already gotten, right? And that is an active choice for most people. Most people will choose to do nothing. That's where the coaching comes in handy, to have someone make you commit to doing A or B, giving you an outline, working with you on that outline, and then holding you accountable. So let's just try to be our best selves, right? That's my training. Pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot out of your day, but I do want to thank everyone for attending. If you want to know more about Coach Ron, the program is called Success Syndrome Catalyst Coaching. I help people thrive who have imposter syndrome. There's a typo here. The website is is2ss.now.site. And in version 2.0, which I'll be teaching next week, that will be corrected. But right now, let's have a sense of humor about it and have a great day. Thanks, everybody, for attending.